Big up to everyone, lovely family and lovely friends out there, whatever you're watching Awini Unity platform from. Thank you so much, and I do really appreciate your time once again. Finally, Ghana Black Stars head coach Chris Hughton has submitted 55-man squad to the FA today. So the FA have confirmed that we're going to look at all of the players. There is a lot of new players, new names, and a whole lot. We're going to look at all this right here. But let me remind you, whatever you are and you want a lot of things right here in Spain, you own a ship and you want to come to Spain for maintenance, and you want a shipping agency to supply you a lot of goods to your vessel, Intercop is the right place for you. You are in Ghana, Nigeria, Mauritania, Mozambique, Morocco, Tunisia, whatever you are back in Africa, and you want a lot of cars, you want a lot of things, you want to buy a new container, Intercop is the right place for you. So please pick the number on the screen and get more information. Let me also remind you, if you are watching the video and maybe you've been hearing some a little bit noise on the background, they are doing some job. Just close here and the machines are making a lot of noise, so just to say sorry to you for that. Okay, so now let's dive into the 55-man squad that have submitted to the GFA, and the GFA, they have confirmed that officially. So I'm not going to go all the name, but you can see it right here on your screen. You can see all the list on the screen, 55-man squad. But the main thing I'll be sharing with you right here, what is the good thing about this 55-man squad? The good thing about me is at least there are some names pop in here that make me feel so happy that at least the coach is doing a great job. What do I mean by this? There are some players we have been talking about them right here in this platform, Awini Unity platform. Michael Bedu play for Swedish side club, and Bernard Tepete, and a whole lot. These players are included in the 55-man squad. That meaning that Chris Hughton is doing a great job inviting these players, meaning that he's monitoring what is going on. All Ghanaian players all over the world is monitoring all the players. That is the good thing about. And also, you are seeing the 55-man squad names and their club where they play in the screen as well. Player like Kasim Adams, despite that this is not players that this 55-man squad will not be going to Cote d'Ivoire. Official squad will come out, and it depends how it will come out, depend how Chris Hughton want to name the squad, whether he have the chance to players up to 27. So we're going to see Chris Hughton going to make it 23 or 27. Like I always say, time will tell. So why Kasim Adam have to even invite it for the first place, a player that for a long time not kicking football? What is the reason to be even including the 55-man squad? And secondly, Edmond Ado, if you notice, every single Ghanaian that follow Black Stars and follow football have been talking about Edmond Ado that not playing for his club side almost a year now, but yet he's always invited. Okay, that is a little bit problem I have with these two players. Now we're going to talk about also, we're going to look at the local based players that a lot of people are also talking about, that we should include this player, the local players deserve it. Then we're going to talk about right here that, are we being honest to ourselves that the players that we are calling that they should add them to Black Stars, you and I, do we believe that they can play Black Stars, or we believe that because we just need to add these local players to promote Ghana Premier League? And third, do we really serious that we are going to Cote d'Ivoire to do well or to win the tournament with almost about 42 years now, if I'm right, 42 years now, Ghana failed to win the African Cup of Nations. The last time we won the African Cup of Nations was way back 1982, which some of us wasn't born by then. So the local players, okay, the local players, do you believe that most of the local players that we are calling to include the local players, can they play? We should ask ourselves, the local players, their performance in the club side, their performance in our league, their performance in even under 17, under 20s, even the Chan tournament, how is their performance there? The local players, one thing they are lacking, the lack of confidence about themselves. They can invite them to the national team, but when they get to the national team and they see the big boys, instead for them to also sack their mentality, to also to convince the coach that yes, if you put me in, I can play. They are lacking that mentality. And I always say, everything you are doing in this world with no confidence about yourself, there is no way you can do it. And that is what our local players are lacking. If you are telling me that the local players, like we always promote, that or even though if it is 23 is going to Cote d'Ivoire to represent Ghana, I believe that not all of the 23 players that will be playing the tournament, some players will just go there and sit down and come back again. So if that is the case, why not? We can include some local based players, get to build their confidence level a little bit, and also promote our league. That is good. But we shouldn't be pushing the coach to pick some certain players simply because there will be some set of people who just want to use some players to get market. Free Ebani was in there, and thank God that he's back as well. Is in the 55 list. But after moving from Ghana Premier League, he have not been calling to Black Stars for some time now. So it is like we are always pushing some of the local players to go there when you and I knew clearly that their confidence level is not there yet, based on even their performance in their club side when they go and play CAF Champions League and representing under 20, under 17. We always see their performance right there. So I'm asking you, my brother that watching me, my sister that watching me, do you believe that the players that maybe you and I who always saying that the coach have to include the local based players, do you believe 100% that they can play, they can perform when they get to the tournament? Or you and I, you agree that yes, because even 23 or 26 players that will be going to Cote d'Ivoire, not all of them will play, so we should add at least some few local players to promote our league? If you agree with that, I will agree with you that yes, but to talk about performance wise, our local players are not up there yet based on their way of mentality. That is my personal opinion. So that is what I think we should focus. The focus is, for me being here, if recruiting, the only players I will see in the squad, the final squad, that I will be very disappointed if Edmond Ado make the squad and Kasim Adams. If these two players make the squad, I'll be very disappointed, because if you check up all of these 55-man squad that call, most of every player out there have been playing football for some time now. Even though if they are not playing consistent, they are always getting some minute. But for these two players, you go out there, do your own research and check when was the last time these two particular players they kick football. So this is the only two players. If they make the final squad, I'll be very, very disappointed for these two players to make the final squad. What do you think? What player do you think that they have left out there and do not make the 55-man squad? What player you think he did not really deserve to make the 55-man squad so far? And what player you think that Christian do not include that player so far and you are disappointed? The only player that I feel a little bit disappointed that it was not included is Abdul Aziz Yakubu, who played for the Chinese Super League, scored about 15 goals so far. But aside that, I think it is an amazing job for recruiting, inviting a lot of players. I always talk about here players like Yao Yabua, is included. A lot of players, like I already spoke about, Mark Bedu, he really deserves it, and I will not be surprised Mark Bedu to be making the final squad, and Bernard Tekpete, to my personal opinion, because these two players really deserve it. We are seeing their performance day out, day in, and I'm so glad and I'm so happy that Chris Hughton doing a good job there, telling us now that he's monitoring all Ghanaian players around, and they are working together with the GFA boys, try to make sure that they make everything goes well in Ghana football. So that is my personal opinion, and I will also update you again if the final squad comes out. I will update you that as well. So thank you so much for always watching Awini Unity platform. I do really appreciate your time, whatever you may be watching me from, and shalom. One love.